basically, the major component of this pimenta essential oil is eugenol, and it has like lot of other antimicrobial components including caryophyllene. And so previously in the study conducted in our lab, we proved that this essential pimenta essential oil is effective against Salmonella heidelberg when we used in both scalding application as well as chilling applications.
Welcome to another episode of the Poultry Nutrition Blackbelt Podcast. I'm your host today, Kelly Walmsley, and I'm joined by Dr. Shijina. Hey, Shijina, how are you?
Hey, Dr. Kelly. I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, thank you. I appreciate you joining us today. I know we've been able to visit with you a little bit on some research and kind of want to dive into essential oils today, right?
Yeah.
Give a little bit of, I guess, your background and your role that you're in at Auburn now, and then we'll dive into the research, okay?
So regarding my educational background, I completed my DVM from India, Kerala Veterinary and Animal Sciences University, and then I moved to University of Minnesota for my master's and PhD program with Dr. Anup Kolanur Johnny. And I graduated from University of Minnesota in 2023 and moved to Auburn Poultry Science Department for my postdoctoral fellow program. And this is I just finished my 1.5 years with Dr. Barosa's group and doing great with the
Yeah. No, that's awesome. And so some of the work that you're going to talk about today was some of your PhD work that you had done with Dr. Johnny, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about essential oils. I know them very well from a standpoint of incorporating them into, our feed and the water. And then, sometimes I'll have some in my office, just kind of in a diffuser or something like that. So I guess kind of talk about them a little bit and kind of their significance, especially with post-harvest food safety.
So basically, these essential oils are aromatic and volatile compounds, which are actually derived from different parts of plants, either by solvent extraction or distillation. And these group of oils are rich in polyphenolic contents and terpenoids, so that make them really a good antimicrobial, especially against those pathogenic bacteria which are a concern in poultry industry. That's how we investigated more on different kinds of essential oil. And as you mentioned earlier, this is my PhD project, and I also got chance to work on different kinds of essential oils when I worked with Dr. Johnny back in University of Minnesota. And some of the essential oil I worked on for the food safety perspectives of uh, poultry food-borne pathogen uh, are transcinnamaldehyde, lemongrass essential oil, carvacol, ginger oil, thyme oil. And for my PhD program and for my dissertation, I particularly work on a compound called pimenta essential oil. So it is commonly known as allspice oil, and this is derived from a plant called Pimenta officinalis. So we tried investigating different potential as an antimicrobial of Pimenta essential oil. We tried its investigating antibacterial efficacy against different serotypes of Salmonella, and we also tried its efficacy when changes in food matrices are applied, like skin versus meat samples and different stages of meat processing. And also we tried its antibiofilm efficacy against different Salmonella serotypes.
Have you seen it used in any other kind of application for poultry?
Not in poultry, but it just like all other essential oil. It has application in like perfume industry, like as you mentioned, it's in a diffuser and those kind of things. Yeah.
So, what made you pick that particular essential oil then to test?
Yeah, so basically, the major component of this pimenta essential oil is eugenol, and it has like a lot of other antimicrobial components, including caryophyllene. And so, previously, in the study conducted in our lab, we proved that this essential pimenta essential oil is effective against Salmonella Heidelberg when we used in both scalding application as well as chilling applications.
So, when you're talking about using that in like the scalder in the chiller, how much product do you go through kind of just to be able to kind of appreciate like what kind of extra cost that might be?
So that's one of the important area we need like more studies and investigation needed when we thinking about the application of essential oils into actual poultry processing facility. Because as you know, essential oil are like expensive compared to other antimicrobials which are like commonly used in poultry processing.
Sure.
But what in being a researcher and like a food microbiologist, my primary focus was to find out or investigate its spectrum of antimicrobial activity and how they are like which will be the best method of like applying this antimicrobial into the poultry system without adversely affecting its quality attributes. That was
Sure.
my primary focus, and we found that this compound is really effective in tackling those foodborne pathogens.
Mm.
But in our next important step or like the future aspect of this project will be find out how to reduce the concentration of pimenta essential oil in the poultry processing system without affecting its like microbiological
Mm.
effects.
Yeah.
So in my study, it was we used different percentages of like based on the volume of the chilling water we used in our lab-based processing study setup. I tested 1%, 2 and 2.5 percentage of the compound, and from 1 percentage we got like significant reduction in the Salmonella population, but with 2.5 percentage we got like complete reduction of Salmonella in different kinds of product, including ground meat samples and turkey breast and wings.
And that's all from the chiller. The treatment was in the chiller.
So what we tried is we tried application of pimenta essential oil in chilling water,
Yeah.
and then the meat samples after the chilling treatment they are taken for grinding steps, and we recovered the spoilage and pathogenic bacteria from ground meat samples after this grinding and storing steps.
Yeah.
Our purpose was to like reduce the uh, impact of this compound on sensory attributes of our final product so that we could use it in like at a earlier stage of processing without disturbing the sensory quality of the final product. In this case it was ground meat, and we also tried this compound as like a um, coating solution along with chitosan for coating the breast meat samples against pathogens like Salmonella agona and Salmonella St. Paul.
So, did you initially see some impact on some of the sensory qualities whenever you're, have cooked meat and whenever you're taking that in from the human aspect? And then that's why you're trying to kind of dial it back to see if there were other ways to kind of reduce either the concentration or add it earlier in the step?
Yeah, so the basic reason is our primary purpose was to add this compound directly into ground meat as like a food additive. But when talking about 2% and 2.5% essential oil in a ground meat product, that will definitely impact the sensory quality.
Yeah.
So our purpose was to like investigate adding this antimicrobials at earlier stage, and then investigate further on sensory quality without compromising the microbiological effect.
Hmm.
So in that study, we didn't get a chance to go for like a actual consumer panelist sensory evaluation, but we tried other parameters like looking at the pH, color, and like physical properties like purge loss, and also we tried lipid oxidation. So what we found is adding these antimicrobials into chilling water did not affect the color, pH, and those kind of sensory attributes. At the same time, we compared this compound with some commercially well-known antimicrobials that is commonly used in poultry industry on the aspects of purge loss and lipid oxidation, and we found that these essential oils can lower the rate of oxidation, lipid oxidation on meat samples when we store it for like a long period of time at 4 degrees Celsius. So that was like a uh, good part of the study. And also with purgulos, it's one of the like important characteristic as far as meat quality and consumer acceptability concerned. And what we found is adding this compound along with like commonly used antimicrobials, the purge loss, the water that is losing from the meat sample is actually reduced with the presence of essential oils.
At Barnes, we're more than just another feed additive company. We are driven by science, innovation, and an understanding of the challenges you face in the ever-changing world of animal agriculture. We are your trusted partner for new-to-market natural alternative to choline chloride, Choline Plus FC, as well as enzymes, prebiotics, probiotics, macro minerals. To learn more about our product offering, visit barnes-ne.com/animal nutrition. Together, there's always a better solution.
We still need to be able to look at those things and then be able to because it could one day be cost effective, and especially if there's investment to make it that way. At times, essential oils they've always been, more expensive, but, when they first started coming out, it was like they're too expensive to be able to use in the feed and water. And now we have some to be able to add into the toolbox. And I think that's all that we have time for today. Dr. Shijina, thank you so much for taking the time with us today and sharing some of your work. Really exciting, and appreciate all your efforts, and looking forward to hopefully chatting with you again soon on some more of your work.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Kelly, for your time. And it was like nice talking with you.
That concludes another episode of the Poultry Nutrition Blackbelt Podcast. Hope you join us next time. But for now, Kelly Walmsley signing out, and Dr. Shijina. Thank you.
Thank you.